Now I'm going to work on my fingers a little bit. Containment. Just a reasonable weight. And I say that, but my arms are so short, it might feel heavy, but this is only 58 pounds. So generally, I should be able to do 20 or 30 fairly easy reps. But this is all about blood flow at this point, and muscle memory, and keeping a good position at the table. I had somebody ask me in practice recently, has anyone ever opened your fingers in a match? And I had to think about it, and I don't think so. So I think people have definitely cracked my wrist from time to time, mostly because of my bad habits than them actually pronating through my cup. But I don't think anyone's ever actually peeled my fingers back. So I've got strong fingers that I can contain with, and I have to keep them that way. So it's not about going crazy with grip work or anything right now. It's just consistent work so that I can always keep that. Because once you get, it's like anything else. If I was going to pick up a barbell, I'm going to grab it in here, deep in my hand. I'm not going to grab it here because you're limited. I don't know by how many percentages, but a lot when you're lifting on with your fingers. So in arm wrestling, you want that guy as deep into your hand as you can get it. So you want to have this, and you want to have those closed. Forearms there's funny muscles in your forearms where sometimes the second set you actually feel a little heavier than the first, or a little stronger than the first set. I'm being cognizant not to go to failure, but to go to near failure today. If you're enjoying this, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. It helps a lot. Now, I attended Atlantic Canada's Strongest Man and Woman competition, not last weekend, but the weekend before. Not as a competitive athlete, obviously, but as a spectator. And they happen to have, it's not a Thomas Inch dumbbell, but it's very similar to a Thomas Inch dumbbell. It only weighed 170 pounds, but it had a handle, as big around as this. So a 2.5 inch, I guess, handle. And the trick is to just grab it and pick it up off the floor, which at that weight, if it was a regular dumbbell handle, probably everybody in attendance could do it, apart from the children. But I tried, and I tried, and I tried. And I got it about that far off the floor a handful of times, and it would just peel out of my fingers. And it was so fucking frustrating. Then Maxime Boudreau, who was promoting the event and has been multiple times Canada's and North America's strongest man and third at world's strongest man, once in a while he would walk by me, wink, and then pick it up and just hold it like it was nothing. And it irked me to no fucking end. But I'll get it because I train at his gym, this gym, Maximum Strength and Performance, and he has that dumbbell there. So I told him to leave it in the back room, and once a week I'll go grab it. Eventually I'll pick it up, even if I have to somehow cheat and put sticky stuff on my fingers. I'll get it. I'm not above cheating. Whew, that burned. It's fun to have I like the strength community, and I attended the Arnold Classic in Columbus, Ohio, with my wife. I guess 21 years ago, and there was those grip things all over the place. Everywhere you went, there was a rolling thunder, which is a really thick handle that spins deadlift. I think it had 220 pounds on it, which at the time I think was a rolling thunder world record. So I obsessed over it. I just tried and tried and tried. And I couldn't do it, of course, but makes you really respect the guy who eventually comes by and does it. And I used to think there's always a trick to it. And of course there is tricks to it. And I did learn this Thomas Inch duplicate. I did learn that what I was trying to do when the first couple times I tried to pick it up, is I tried to carve my wrist in and try to use because you would think the stronger part of your arms would be these muscles rather than your finger muscles. But when you carve in and pick it up, it starts the rolling motion. And once it starts to roll, you're done. It just rolls through your fingers. So the key is to keep your wrist back a little, go in and squeeze hard with your fingers and your thumb, and kind of lift back like this. So now that I know that, I think eventually I'll get it without cheating. Okay, this one I'm just going to hold for a little while in the halfway. So instead of like this, put there. This would be a position on the table where somebody is attacking your fingers, and you just have to not let them get opened. And that starts to burn pretty quickly. It actually burns more than reps. That's really attacking my fingers now. Whew. And that's it for those.